What's it really like going to Augusta for the Masters? Let's do it. And let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, we're going back to the old introduction. Guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave. That way you won't miss any of the great golf related content that I bring to you guys every single day. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about not just this kind of mug that I got from the Masters, but I'm going to talk to you what it's like going to the Masters, going to Augusta during Masters week and seeing what it's like. So many people ask, what was it like? What did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy? What would you change? Would you go again? I'm going to answer all those questions in this video. Today is Masters Sunday, so I thought rather than kind of trying to put a video out there that's going to compete with the Masters, let's talk about the Masters, and I want to hear about your Masters stories as well, guys. I have started my online lessons again, so I'm going to give one of those away today in this video. And all I want you to get in the comments below and let me know your favourite ever Masters moment. My favourite Masters moment was Tiger's chip on 16 against Chris DiMarco. It was just, to be honest, that's one of my favourite sporting moments ever. But let's get into it. So what's it really like? This is going to be quite a casual video, guys. I'm not going to really edit anything out. This could be live, but I don't like going live because I sometimes swear and then have to take it. Anyway. So the first point, what's it like outside the Masters? What's it like outside Augusta National? Because you hear different stories. You hear that it's kind of like real nice countryside. You hear that it's kind of like really built up in a kind of industrial area. And the bit I saw, so the drive-in was beautiful. I went with Liam from Golf Vlogs UK, and I'm pretty sure he drove there and I drove back. We're going to talk about the drive back because it involved blues and twos, and I do have a bit of a heavy right foot. We'll get to that. But basically, I was amazed how we drove up, I don't even know what road it's called, but Augusta National was on the left. We saw Magnolia Drive. Liam thought we might get up there. We didn't, long story short. And then we turned right into like a really big shopping centre kind of thing. I'll try and find some pictures of it and put it on screen for you now. And I was amazed how just over the road from this holy grail, from this Mecca, was just a big shopping centre that everyone parks in. So we parked in there. I think it was about $10, $15, which wasn't too bad. And one of the real amazing things was all the tour trucks were there as well. There were no tour trucks on site. So if you've ever gone to a PGA Tour event, if you've ever gone to the Open, a European Tour event, usually you have tour vans, tour trucks, so Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Mizuno, they'll have their own trucks on site on the range. So when players are practicing, they want to change clubs, they want to have a go with a different shaft, they waltz on, well, they don't waltz on, but they jump on, grab it, hit it, give it back or whatever. Now, I don't know if that's because Augusta don't allow them on. I'm sure it probably is. I'm sure there's room for them. But yeah, basically they're out there. So if the players want anything, there's buggies to and from. Anyway, very, very interesting. Now, the walk into Augusta, I'm trying to give it you guys vicariously through my memories. And if you haven't gone, the first thing I will say, even though we're 3 minutes into this video, is if you get a chance to go. It's such a ridiculous experience, and watching the Masters now this year as opposed to being there last year and seeing it, it gives it a totally different dimension. I've always loved watching the Masters. For me, it's up there with the Open as my favourite tournament of the year. But having gone to it and feeling the vibe around the place and feeling, I know the clubhouse is here, so that means I know the chipping green's there, I know the putting green's there, the first tee's there, the 18th green's there. It just gives it a totally different feeling. When we're walking in, I kind of got a little bit, I was really, really excited. I don't get excited about much, to be fair, but that was one of the things that got me really, really excited. And then you go in and there's all these kind of big infrastructures that are there permanently. So if you go to a golf event, you'll see they might put tents up, they might put kind of burger vans up, things like that. But really, at Augusta, everything's there because they go back every year. I assume they just kind of plough the money into that and make them permanent fixtures. So you go in, you go through like an airport security thing. I took my camera in. You are allowed to take one camera in on the practice day Monday, which is when we went. So luckily I got a little bit of some clips. I got some pictures. I was quite worried walking through security as well, which again, I mean, what are they going to say? You've got a camera and that's it. But I keep looking down here because I've actually put some notes down so I don't miss anything off. It's such a strange experience. I can only describe it like Disneyland a little bit. in that everything's pristine, everything's perfect. You're walking around, everyone's happy because everyone's going to the Masters, and kind of like you give people the nod because you're going and they're going and you're all very happy. You look at your ticket. Where's my ticket? I've got a ticket somewhere. Tickets here, actually. And you'll see around... So that was my ticket there, and you'll see around my room I've got things that I've bought from the shop. That's actually from a different year. That's signed by Sergio. And I've still not got that frame properly either. But you've got your ticket on and you're kind of walking around and everyone's just so happy. I imagine it's such a strange time this year, obviously with there being no patrons in. So the first thing you do when you get there is you come to the shop. Now obviously you would think that, so my plan was the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around 18 holes at Augusta, and you go to the shop and you see the queue. Now the queue for the shop in the Masters, I can only describe it as, if we're in the UK, it's like Lidl at the moment, or a few months ago when we're in that first lockdown. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, it must have been a half an hour queue. And I did go in there first because a lot of people said, make sure you go in there first, make sure you go and get your stuff, put it in your backpack, take it back to the car, then go and enjoy the golf because things sell out so quickly. I spent a fortune in the shop. I think I spent about $500. I got obviously the mug that you've seen there, which I use pretty much every morning. I got a few cups and glasses. I got the plaque for the wall there. I didn't get a flag because I've already got a signed flag, which I've spoke to you about. I didn't just want loads of different Masters flags because they all look exactly the same. What else did I get? I got a t-shirt with all the old winners on it, which again I've kind of worn and it's lost its shape and it's lost its colour, but it's yeah, it's there. I also got the one thing you have to buy from the Masters, and you'll see these all over the place, are the chairs. There's no actual kind of stands at the Masters, but you buy a chair, you put your name on it, and wherever you kind of put that chair, that stays. No one moves them. It's kind of like I suppose it's a written rule actually. Nobody moves them. That's then your space. So on the Monday, we've gone in, bought them, and I've gone straight to try and find Amen Corner, because to me Amen Corner is like, I need to go and see it, I need to go and find it, hopefully I'll find Tiger there. And we've walked down, I missed out one of the kind of key bits actually, where you walk in, shop's on your right, walk in, and you just see this big valley and this big kind of, and I'm like, what is this? Where are we here? And it is so hilly and undulating, you will not believe how hilly and undulating it is. So you walk in and the first tee's up to your right, obviously if you're coming from the entrance we came in from, but then the first fairway goes up that way, so left and right, mixed up there, and it's like a big dip, and you just can't believe that, oh, this is the first hole. And you would never think the first hole has that massive dip in it, but it does. You can see it kind of from the drone shots and that. You know where the scoreboard is on the right hand side of the first? You walk past that and then up and round and through there. Back to Amen Corner via the 16th hole, because we've gone round there, and remember I said my favourite Masters moment was Tiger on the 16th. He was on the 16th when I got there, and this was my facial expression, I remember it from the video, and he was trying to do that, remember the shot from 2000 and whenever, Chris DeMarco, when he won? He was trying to replay that, and that was like, for me, one of the best moments of my my life, which sounds quite sad, doesn't it? But it really was, seeing him recreate that. So I didn't get to see Tiger at Amen Corner, but I did get to see him on the 16th, watched him play 17 and 18, and then he was done. Then I went to find Amen Corner, and moving on to that, it's like, you go to the Masters and you feel like, yes, I'm so happy to be here. Then you get there and you're like, right, I've got to get to Amen Corner. Amen Corner's like, and there'll be people who watch this video who've been more times than me, and I don't know if you can relate to this or not, but I went there 3 times in the day because I was like, oh, what shall I do? We'll go and grab a beer, we'll go and get some food, we'll talk about the food in a second. What shall we do? Amen Corner, go and have a look, 11, 12, 13. It really is just absolutely incredible food. I had pretty much everything that was on the menu. It was dirt cheap as well, to be fair. You walk in and again, it's a structure that's built there permanently. You go in, get your food, and there was all like loads of beers just lined up on the side. And me and Liam were like, yes. Obviously I was driving home, so I only had one and then loads of food, and that was fine. But I remember just thinking, why have we not got a taxi here? And just, anyway, that's depends what you want from your Masters experience, doesn't it? But back to the shop, I said I spent kind of like $500 on random stuff. I could have spent $5,000, and I literally would have just brought back stuff that people asked me for. That's one thing which I found amazing. Like, you tell people you go to the Masters, oh, bring us back a ball marker, bring us back a picture of a pair, bring us back a flag. And like even like your aunties, dog walkers, window cleaners, nephews, husbands, dog sitter would ask you for a pitch mounted pair of ball marker. And it's like, in the end, I had to say no to people. I brought my dad some bits back, I brought Adam some bits back, and some close friends some bits back, but that was it. So then after the food, we're walking up the 10th hole, but we're doing it backwards. Now, people tell you it's hilly. I've told you it's hilly. I've told you it's undulating. You will not believe how undulating the 10th hole is. So the 10th hole goes down, dogleg to the left. We walked it back up, and we had to stop. We had to have a break on the way up because it was that mountainous and hilly. And it got quite hot as well, to be fair, on the day that we went. We got talking to one of the, I don't think they call them security guards, one of the, I forget what you call them, but one of the guys who's kind of sat there marshalling, I suppose you would say. And he'd been marshalling there 30 years. I forgot, we asked his name, we had a really good conversation with him for like 20 minutes and we really enjoyed it. And he was saying that, sorry Chris, you're going to have to wait. And he was saying that he's been marshalling 30 years and every year it feels just as special as the first year. And that's what I can imagine for me. People ask, would you go again? I would absolutely go to the Masters again, and I hope I will get to go again. I will definitely make it my aim to go again. I'd love to take my brother. I'd love to take Foxy. I'd love to take Spriggsy. I don't think Chris is that bothered, strangely, but I would just love to take kind of a real close-knit group of friends. My dad's been 2 or 3 times and he absolutely loves it as well. I don't think he'd be bothered too much about the travelling now, but I will definitely make it a goal to go once every couple of years, maybe even just pay the money and just go. Don't make it a work trip and actually have it as a nice kind of holiday, I suppose. Now, so far I've spoken to you about kind of the Masters experience, the tournament experience, what's it like at Augusta National. So Augusta National is a golf course. How hard does it look? So from walking around outside the ropes, it's quite hard to tell or gauge how difficult a golf course would be. So many people say a scratch handicap will go and shoot 80, 85 round Augusta, a 15 handicap. I think Butch Harmon said you could put a 15 handicap on every green in regulation and they still wouldn't break 100, which I find astounding, really, that the greens are that difficult. But looking at it as a golf course, I can kind of see it because it's, and again, it comes back to it being undulating. It's way more undulating than what you would think. But then you have to be on the right side of the fairways to attack the right side of greens so that you're not going to 3 or 4 or 5 putt them. So what would I shoot round Augusta? A lot, I think we'll just go with. I think I'd shoot a lot. If you play any golf course a number of times, then I think you're definitely obviously going to get better at it. Although I know Dan Willett's caddy played with him, Sam Haywood plays off like +1 or scratch or whatever, and he shot like a couple over, I think. I remember seeing his scorecard on Twitter, so it's obviously there, but playing with a Masters champion probably would help as well, I imagine. Now, it all wrapped up the day in that it got to 3, 4 o'clock, and we've been there since like 7:30. We'd set off at 4 o'clock from Hilton Head Island. And Liam rang, said, oh, come on, mate, we're going to get off, I think. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I've seen the whole course. I've been in the shop. I've bought way too much stuff. So we've met up, and then you hear this noise. Well, lads, didn't we? That'll be the storm alarm, and everyone's out. And that's the klaxon to say that bad weather's coming in, play stop for the day. And it was the most terrifying noise in the world, or it would have been if we would have heard it at 10 a.m. in the morning. But the fact we've heard it on our exit on the way out, it almost added to the experience that you've been there, you've heard it, you've seen what happens when the bad weather comes in, you've seen how it's amazing. The klaxon goes and everybody's out. It's not a case of go find shelter in the shop, go find shelter. Literally everybody's pushed out of the grounds and you're not allowed to come back in unless play resumes. Obviously play didn't resume that day because it was late anyway. And on the way home, it absolutely, biblically lashed it down. And I was driving, it was a big camper van, and to be honest, it was quite scary. I mean, I can drive, I've got a big car here at home, but with a car, I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4, there was about 6 or 7 of us in this car, and it was like, wow. Rain like I've never seen before. Then the rain cleared, we get halfway home, and we got stopped by the police because I was doing 35 in a 30 or something like that. I didn't realise, held my hands up. The police officer was really nice actually. He said, oh, you've obviously been to the golf. Hope you've all had a nice day. Just slow down. So that obviously saved us a bit of money, and I drove home like this for the rest of the way. But that really, in a nutshell, guys, is my kind of Masters experience. And I hope you're really enjoying the Masters this year. I hope you're really enjoying it today. I'm going to put this out on Sunday. I'm filming it on Saturday. I think the guys have just teed off actually now. Like I said, I didn't want to put a video out there today that's totally away from the Masters. I think it's important that most of you will be watching it. I hope you're all watching it. I hope you're all enjoying it. Who do you think is going to win? Remember, guys, get in those comments below. What is your favourite Masters moment? And I'm going to draw one out there and offer you a free online lesson through my website. If you want to book an online lesson, I'll put that in the description below. But apart from that, I need to go and fill this up with coffee, and then in a couple of hours, fill this up with beer, and go and watch the rest of the golf. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Leave us a like if you enjoyed that video. Hit the comments below. And also, people are saying that they've either been unsubscribed or they're not getting the notifications through. Make sure you ring the notification bell and you won't miss these videos. Apart from that, Apart from that, guys, I'm going to get myself off. So I was going to wear this hat at the beginning of the video, but I thought a lot of people might switch off, so I'll save it to the end. Bye.